This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it, so you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now, go.
I'll go right.
So in this segment, we'll be looking at the kid fresh out of the Bahamas, VJ Edgecombe, as just like Tyrese Maxey, he enters into Philadelphia and their whole trust this process roller coaster at a very unique time, and is almost just as much as a savior to this team as his talent and skill sets are much needed. Also in this segment, we're going to get to hear from him and Paul George as they did a sit down, and they spoke about some of his shit talking in the summer league, which East Coast NBA fans love. Normally the demographic coming out of Boston, New York, and Philadelphia, they love that shit talking. And also PG-13 gives great insight into how Philly knew right away that they were going to draft VJ. In a way, it's almost as if Paul George is speaking to his replacement. As also in this segment, we're going to take a look at PG last season. Even though he had ups and downs when it comes to his injury woes, he didn't really look quite the same, especially in crunch time situations, as VJ does bring a new dynamic to that backcourt with Tyrese Maxey. PG-13 in the last 6 seasons have only played 304 games. So Philly is definitely getting a nice boost of brand new youthful energy with Jared McCain and VJ with all that athleticism. And these segments, once again, are really a build-up off of my NBA hierarchy video. I'll link that in the description below. As you can see right here, VJ, he's going to work his way up to possibly get into this perennial all-star. Right here, guys just entering or just putting up consistent numbers of an all-star. They may get left off the team right here in tier 3. And as we progress through the season, I will be covering other dynamics involving players that are all throughout this hierarchy. And we'll take a look back on this list during the All-Star break to make any updates. And in this case with Philly, I wonder if Joel Embiid will slide down this list, as he doesn't really look quite as healthy. Same thing for Paul George. His health is in question right here. And Tyrese Maxey, who knows, maybe he could slide up, and VJ could actually become maybe a perennial all-star. Who knows? Now, one thing that's very noticeable about VJ is him in transition. Just check out this Euro step with the finish. And just coming into this season, Philly really needed a burst of just youthfulness and just speed and agility, because some of their key guys like Paul George and Joel Embiid, no one really knows how they're going to really hold up as the season progresses. And just one more last clip right here as we see him in transition before we get to see what PG is in crunch time. Just look at this finish through this Euro. But that is just Edgecombe starting off his career with that type of finishing. But going on to PG-13 right here. At the start of last season, we've seen few instances where he's not necessarily going to drive right here. As we could see, KD's the low man. He would meet him almost at the nail. But PG is always going to do a step back, and he doesn't quite have the same lift with all those knee surgeries. That was a good shot right there. Just barely just missed, but it's not like he was going to blow past Grayson Allen, even though he had KD serving as the low man. And he could have easily attacked this, compromising KD and just hit the corner shooter. But right here, once again, not getting that much space. And then he does have the height advantage over Grayson Allen. As we continue to look at more of these highlights with PG in crunch time situations, you'll notice that it gets pretty consistent of him not being able to separate himself from his defender. Once again, all this is to see the importance of VJ Edgecombe bringing some more of the speed and youthful dynamic to the 76ers backcourt. As PG right here going up against one of the Martin brothers, and you'll notice not much separation, and takes a tough shot. He's looking for the call. He's not going to get it. Same game right here. Chance to close it out. This time, PG, 7 seconds left. He just wastes his time. So he's not going to try to blow by his defender. That phase of his career is done. So he doesn't get a screen or anything. So you already know what's coming. That's why I say the 76ers is great that they have some youthfulness, as right here off the dribble, just gets up off of one leg and just no one's stopping him. And he doesn't even have his NBA body yet. So there's a big fucking difference when we see the blow by ability between him and PG-13 from last season. And going into this past summer, looks like PG had even more surgeries. So the question marks around Embiid and Paul George kind of could simmer down a little bit, because now with Edgecombe and also Tyrese Maxey, along with McCain and even Quentin Grimes right now, Philly has a new burst of energy, just a burst of youthfulness to their team. Here's some of that burst in transition off of this Philly turnover. Check out Edgecombe right here. He's blocking Paolo. Sheesh. In a way, he has a natural feel of where to be in the air. Just look at this. It's like Dwayne Wade-like. You know what? Matter of fact, this bucket right here is very Dwayne Wade-ish. Right through the contact. Sheesh. So Paul George has sat down with Edgecombe and they discussed quite a few things. His shit talking in the summer league, and PG also gave great insight to when exactly the 76ers knew that they were going to draft VJ. You guys check it out, and every once in a while, I'll check in.
Nah, I'm gonna wait till you talk to me. I usually don't go barking, you know what I'm saying, all that. Cause yeah, you never know, man. But dude was like,
Yeah, what'd he say?
first of all, he keep hacking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, stop
That's how it
fouling,
starts.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop fouling. He's like, oh, you soft. Like, he's saying all that. I'm like, bro, I look at him like, yo, I'm number 3 pick. You worry about me. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
I didn't want to be too cocky in a way,
Yeah.
but I'm like, then my mama said it to me after the game, and I was like, oh, boy.
I think Philly liked it. I think Philly's
for
gonna
sure.
like it. It's
My
a lot
mama
of
said it to
trash
me after the
talking,
game.
so I
For
think
sure.
the fans appreciated that.
Yeah,
because
he just keep talking like he wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, bro, if I think I had maybe 23 or something at the time, and I'm like, you ain't like you're stopping me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You're just hacking me
Right.
at this point.
Right.
You know, somebody they let them use them 10 fouls. I hate that. So they just up there hacking, and it
Yeah.
was bad. It was bad. So I just had to let him know who he trying to mess with, man.
I like
Number
it.
3. You feel me?
My kids just got out of school, so we had just took off
Yeah.
when you came in, because they reached out to us like, we got VJ coming in to work out. I think it was on a Monday,
Yeah,
right?
I think it was, yeah.
And we took off, and I was like, damn, like we just left. Like y'all just let me know, and we just took off. And by the end of the workout, or by the end of that day, they was like, we know who we taking. And that was before, the Ace Bailey stuff was going around, and, him being linked to us. And they felt strong at that point. They were like, we know who we taking. Like, VJ's our guy.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people thought the 76ers were saying that because of the Ace Bailey situation, but very interesting to know that. They were really impressed, and we're seeing it pay dividends, man. VJ, he got that it factor, and he definitely has that bounce.
Great kid, works hard. You got the resume, the footage backs up everything. So I knew, we knew early who we was going with.
Oh, see, I didn't know, man. I ain't know till 15 seconds before they called my name.
Yeah.
I swear,
Which you want it that way. Like, you want the suspense.
you want the suspense, for sure.
You want the suspense.
Yeah, that's why I was like, when they told me, they just looked at me, nod his head. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, I'm really going to Philly now. I'm like, shit, I'm lit.
How did you feel though, P, when they said VJ?
I felt good about it. I felt.
P really felt like, damn, they're about to draft my fucking replacement. Sheesh. This NBA life is cutthroat as fuck.
Good about it, because I knew, like, and I think that's what we need. You bring what we need. We need more defenders. We need the athleticism. We need flyers. We want to play that fast, up-tempo, style of basketball. So we need that youth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think you're ready. Like, you're play now, ready now, basketball. So you're going to fit right in with what we doing. We
Most
got,
def.
A bunch of talent. We got youth with you, Tyrese, Jarrett, Justin, Kelly's still young. So we still got, fresh young legs. There's only a couple old motherfuckers on the team, so.
AKA you and Embiid. Even though Embiid is not old, the way his body is lasting, it's almost like it's in year, I would say 17, the way it's performing, or just looking like.
You bring an element that we need, though. And as a rookie, don't come in on some, I just want to fit in. Like, bring what you do.
For
like,
sure.
be you. Be you. We
Most
gonna adapt to you. I know we've been in this shit. This will be 16 years for me. We've been in this shit for a long time. But we love when motherfuckers come in and they themselves, because now we can we can coach you on you trying to help you be a better you.
Yeah,
Not
for
trying to coach you to be something that you ain't. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So just come in, just like I said, be you.
Nah, most stuff.
And VJ, so far, he's definitely being him. He has the bops. I mean, just off the dribble, just going off of either leg with the Euro. And his rim finishing ability is A1 so far. And his NBA body hasn't even come yet. So we'll see where he finishes in the hierarchy at the end of the season. But perennial all-star, it's looking like that's going to be the case.